Hey, SoCal Bob here, and I was working on something yesterday, and I was right in the middle, and I was, trying to figure out how to get this thing connected, because it's right on top of a sliding or a pocket door, and there's metal, and the door is like right there, and there's very little material to connect to, but I'm being asked to connect basically some molding, and so I'm working with it, and shoot a nail, and it goes out to the side, and then somebody comes out and goes, "Hey, look at that!" I'm not done yet. Yeah, it goes over there. That's not right. Like, I need someone to tell me that that's not right. I can see that, my friend. I'm not blind. You brought me in to put this stuff together, and so it made me think of Theodore Roosevelt's speech from April 23rd, 1920, it says on here, but I know it was earlier than that. And he says, it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, blood. I don't know what happened. Somehow I bumped my hand somewhere. And who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming. But although Jesus, he never had any shortcomings. Jesus never had Jesus was perfect. And you might say, well, how can that be? Well, the thing is that his heart never left the presence of the Father. I think that's the primary thing. As human beings, we're thinking of perfection as being never missing a line on the crossword puzzle, or being able to do the Rubik's Cube 6 times in under so many minutes, or having a great baseball score, or we think of it in terms of doing, always doing. And the Holy Spirit's showing me that wasn't the scale that God used. God used the scale of heart connection. Is my heart in the hand of the Father? Do I love the Father with all of my heart? Jesus' heart never left the Father. The Father and the Lord were really tight, and they never separated. That's why I just killed Jesus, when literally, but that's why he cried out, and that's why the curtain tore from the bottom up, and I think it was from the bottom up or the top down. It was some amazing way the curtain. The sun went black for hours. The earth shook, because for the first time and the only time ever, there was a split, and God was not connected to God. There was a break. There had to be that separation. So, and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms? Great enthusiasms. It's very important to have enthusiasm, to be able to feel great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place will never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Yes, I'm defeated. Yes, I've lost. Yes, I've been in big messes over my last 69 years. That's coming up in a couple days. The 29th of August, I'll be 69. Doing fine at 69. My last of the 60s. Now I'll be off to the 70s. Yeah, I remember the 70s. Those were cool. Yeah. blue jeans, and bell bottoms, long hair. And I remember the girls at they were just like making their hair just absolutely perfect. Well, I think that what we talked about today was probably one of the most important talks we've ever given, and that is the fact that we need to keep our heart connected. Our heart connected. The heart connected. That's the lesson today. Give me a call if you want to know more. 213-713-8954. 8954green at att.net. And we'll talk. Love ya.